Hey guys, how's it going? Hope you're having a good Friday today. It started to rain here in Vancouver and it's a lot warmer, so I'm pretty happy. I actually do prefer rain over snow. I think some of my friends do, but a lot of them don't. But I'm just really happy to see the snow go away. So I'm happy. Hey, so I started doing this thing that I've been really enjoying. I've started using a drop of peppermint oil under my tongue every day, and it's neat because it like opens up your sinuses, you breathe better, and it's really quite nice. Can't do it with any essential oil. It has to be clinical grade essential oil. I just happen to be lucky enough to have some of that, but yeah, it's really cool. Just a drop under your tongue, and it's just totally refreshes you and wakes you up. So that's my newest thing these days. Hey Shauna, how's it going? So I was going to talk today about drinking. So wondering if everybody drinks enough and let them know that they should be drinking more. And I mean, of course, I'm talking about water, but how cool would it be if I had some scientific reason that you should be drinking more beer or wine or something? That'd be pretty cool, hey? But it's water. So about 75% of North Americans are dehydrated, and most people don't realize that they're dehydrated. When you're feeling kind of low in energy, fuzzy brain and that kind of thing, even some aches and pains are due to being dehydrated, and people just think it's just a normal part of maybe aging or whatever, but it's not. It has a lot to do with your hydration levels. And I know a lot of people just don't even think about water and how much it affects our body. I know my parents, when I visit them, I'm shocked with how little water they actually drink. I drink a ton of water, but a lot of that is because I have to drink water while I'm teaching. Otherwise, I'm not going to feel very good. But it's amazing how little some people do drink. And if you drink enough, you would be quite amazed with what happens when you do, with how much better you feel. So, and our bodies are about 65% water, so that's why we need so much water in order to be healthy. So there's some other reasons why you want to be drinking enough water, and one is that it actually helps keep you lean. Your body needs enough water in order for all of your organs to function properly. One of the functions of your liver is to actually metabolize body fat to be used as energy. And the job of the kidneys is to filter out, filter out toxins. So the kidneys are getting rid of the toxins. But what happens is if there's not enough water for the kidneys to function properly, because it's more important to get toxins out of your body, your liver will start helping out your kidneys and getting rid of those toxins, which means that your liver isn't able to do its job to its fullest, which is actually metabolizing body fat for energy. So that's one good reason to stay hydrated, especially if you are trying to lose some extra weight. Staying hydrated really does help. It keeps you looking younger. It's good for your skin. So when you're dehydrated, your skin gets dry, it loses its firmness, which is going to cause wrinkles to come early. So if you're drinking enough water, the elasticity in your skin lasts longer, giving you a more youthful and healthy glow. So that's another great reason. More energy. So you might not think that water will give you energy because it's like, well, there's no caffeine in it, but it does. It keeps your energy up. You'll notice, like if you notice every afternoon you have a kind of an energy slump, look back at how much water you've drank that day, and if it was very little, try adding more water and seeing if you notice a difference in your energy level as the day goes on. It helps to curb your appetite a little bit, kind of reduce cravings. A lot of times when we think we're hungry, we're actually thirsty. So if you're not sure, I mean, if you're really hungry, your stomach's growling, obviously you're hungry, you need food. But if you think that you just kind of feel like eating just because, try drinking a glass of water before you eat and then wait and see what happens. If you feel that you don't need to eat, then it was probably just a craving. If you're still hungry, then definitely eat something. But quite often, we mistake our body's messages that we're thirsty. We mistake that for hunger. So trying that. I usually have a glass of water before my meals. I find that it really does help. So if you're not sure if you're dehydrated, there are some telltale signs. One is the color of your urine, so it shouldn't be the color of Tang unless you've just had some B vitamins, and yeah, it's going to be brightly colored. But check out the color. It should be about the color of straw. If it's completely clear, you're probably drinking a little too much water. You can actually do damage by drinking way too much water, but it's more than most people would drink, so that's not really a concern. But if you notice that your urine is clear, then you don't need to be drinking quite as much. But yeah, checking that, that's kind of a really great way to check, unless, like I said, you've had some B vitamins recently. Feeling thirsty. So once you feel thirsty, you are dehydrated. So you shouldn't be waiting until you feel thirsty to drink. You should be drinking throughout the day, sipping some water. Once you have that feeling of, oh, I need water now, it's because you've gotten to a level where your body is sending out really strong signals because your body is sensing that it's going to be in danger from not having enough water. So don't let yourself get to that stage where you're actually feeling thirsty. Headaches. A lot of headaches are caused by dehydration. So if you notice you're getting a lot of headaches, maybe think about how much water you've been drinking. Try increasing that and see if that helps. I know when I've gone for, long bike rides where we're out for hours, and I'm really bad at remembering to drink water when I'm on my bike because I'm just concentrating on everything else. After that ride, I have a headache for the rest of the day, and I know it's because of dehydration. Or what most of us have experienced when you're hungover and you've got a headache, that headache is really from the dehydration. So, try drinking throughout the day. Just have a bottle of water with you all the time. I always have my big, giant bottle of water here that my friend gave me just over a year ago. It's my favorite bottle. So if you don't have a favorite bottle, go out and treat yourself to one and then carry that around with you. That'll remind you to drink. Or if you notice that you're feeling off, so you're feeling kind of dizzy, lightheaded, dry mouth, that kind of thing, those are all signs of dehydration. So just by simply drinking enough water, you can feel so much better. Hey, Joji, how's it going? Hi, Wendy. Hey, Mark. Mark, you said you skipped your workout today. It's good. Sometimes we need some rest. I got mine in today, and it was a good one. Going to be sore tomorrow. Hey, Crystal. So how much water? That's the question. How much? How much is enough? They say on average you should have about 2 liters, equivalent of about 8 glasses of water a day, but what's average? I know I'm not average. I know that I work out more than the average person because that's my job. I know that I sweat more than the average person because of my genetics. I sweat a lot, guys. It's gross. So I know that I need more water. So you got to listen to the cues coming from your body. So the ones that I mentioned up above, or just before this, like especially the color of your urine, checking that, and watching out for if you're actually feeling thirsty, if you have a headache, if you're feeling a little off. Those are all signs that you're not getting enough. Like I mentioned earlier, there is such a thing as water toxicity, where you drink too much water and you dilute your electrolytes too much, and that can actually be fatal, but that's not something that's going to happen to the average person. It's more something that could happen to an endurance athlete. They're doing a very long race and they're drinking water that doesn't have electrolytes in it, and they're drinking too much water, then it could be a problem. But for the average person, you don't have to worry about drinking too much water. A good way to remind yourself to drink, like I said, carry a water bottle around. The one that I have is actually 1 liter, so I aim for 2 or 3 of those every day. Another trick is have like 3 elastics on your wrist, and they each represent a liter of water. So once you've drank a liter, you move it over. Or if you like those little bottles that are about, they're about like 16 ounces or whatever, that'd be 2 cups of water. So then you'd have, you'd have your 4 elastics here every time you have one, you move one over. And then when all the elastics are moved over, you know that you've had the amount that you want to have that day. So little tricks like that. I just find having water visible, it really helps. And then that's what reminds me to drink all the time. And even though I drink as much as I do, like I do 2 liters usually pretty much every day. Sometimes I do more than that. I actually am a little on the dehydrated side most of the time, probably because of how much I'm working out and how much I'm sweating. So, and I know that I'm dehydrated. I've noticed the signs of dehydration in myself. So what I tend to do as well is I'll add an electrolyte to my water just to kind of help me a little bit. So that's it for today. That's my thing on water. If you have any questions, you want to message me, please feel free to do that. Hi, Steve. Hey, William. And And yeah, I can answer your questions if you like, or I'll find out the answers if I don't know them. So make sure you drink some water. Have a great weekend, you guys, and I'll see you again soon.